Hi, Diane here, your coach, providing clarity, giving you confidence, and getting you into action. Today, I want to talk a little bit about when things don't feel right. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, I want to take it to a really simple place. Have you ever been in a change room? You've put on maybe a jacket or a dress or the dreaded jeans, and you knew, maybe even halfway in putting it on, this isn't going to fit me. This doesn't feel right. So what did you do? Did you continue to force it on? Well, I'll admit I've done that sometimes, and maybe you did too. Maybe you pushed and pulled and tugged and tried to get it on. But really, in the end, you knew this doesn't fit me. And how did you know? It was uncomfortable. It was hard to get it on in the first place. You knew you couldn't be yourself, wearing it. You wouldn't be able to maybe move around. So think about it for yourself. How could this apply to business? Have you ever had a task that you were doing that just didn't feel right? What are we trusting here? So when we're trying on clothes, we're actually trusting our physical body to know that it doesn't feel right. So when we get into business, we often get into our heads and we start thinking, maybe it's okay. And we start justifying. So maybe you have bought a dress or a pair of pants that didn't quite fit, but there was a reason why you thought, I'll make this work. So maybe the price was low, or maybe it was the last one, or maybe you just felt like you needed it that day. So is there something in your business that doesn't feel right? That you kind of underneath have known that it's uncomfortable? Is there something? Now, what do I suggest you do? What do you think? Get rid of it. Pass it off to somebody else. So is there something you're doing in your business that is really uncomfortable? And that could even be cold calls. And if it doesn't make sense you doing them, if you can pass it off to somebody else, why not? Or if it's like every time you go to do your social media, it's a little bit too hard for you, why not? Delegate it to somebody else. This also goes for how you're feeling about when you take on specific clients, customers, deals, projects. If it feels like you really have to tug at it or pull it or push it or prod it or do whatever to make it work, it probably is the wrong fit. So going into business, why not think of yourself in that change room? No one else is around. You get to decide what you do with that project or that client. Try not to make that decision in front of them. Take that moment and say, thanks, let me get back to you on that. And decide, close that door and decide, does this really fit? Is this comfortable? Can I be myself or my best self in this situation? Okay? I hope you try this now with things in your business, that you really look at the different tasks that you have to do and the different projects and clients and ask, does this fit me or doesn't it? And am I going to pass it off, or I'm going to let it go, or I'm not even going to welcome it in the first place? So until next time, stay in action.